So what are we going to talk about?
What do you want to do today?
So what did you listen to this morning? Because you listened to a Jordan Peterson podcast,
Yeah, I
didn't
listened
you?
to 5 minutes of it, and then we
What
went
was it
walking
about?
around. It's about utopias and ethics, basically Christian ethics, and
Christian
how that
ethics? Okay.
yeah, basically, and how that's impacted Western culture, even though people don't want to like address it or talk about it, like on both sides, whatever you believe, that's affected the way we build our society and our viewpoints and everything. Christianity or Jesus, they cannot deny the fact that he is a good moral guideline. So like even, they will take away his miracles or whatever, but they'll still agree that this guy was a very good guy, and if you follow the way he, told people to live, you will live a good life.
Yeah. I think one of the most important factors in the Bible, not factors, but one of the most important ideas is the family unit.
Right.
And I think that we have disparaged that, and we don't appreciate it as much as we should or could.
Absolutely.
Especially in modern day times, we think that it's perfectly fine to have fractured families, and because it's normal doesn't make it fine.
Right.
And I think that's a huge problem. Like, not having good parents or a good social home life can create a very toxic upbringing, which can create toxic people, can create criminals, can create all sorts of heartache and trauma.
Even in the family unit that like is traditional, or you would think is a good family, like people are raising their kids nowadays where they're giving them tablets at a young age, giving them phones at a young age, and they're exposed to social media and all the things of that sort. And I don't think that's a good thing, because one, you take away, like I've seen many times, you take away their tablet or their phone, they'll just burst into tears, and they won't.
There's
stop
not enough
crying.
interaction.
Yeah,
there?
there's not, even in that, like you see it and it's a good family unit, or you would think it's a good family unit, they're not even like connecting with their kids anymore. They're almost not wanting to parent their kids.
The family unit is very important, and I think it's just in this current setting that we're in, this isn't an extremely professional conversation, but it's something we're definitely both thinking about, like watching and observing culture, because where we are is it's a small spot in San Antonio called the Pearl, and a lot of people come to eat, drink, and there's coffee shops, bakeries, and so you can kind of people watch pretty easily, and so you observe families and behaviors, and that just put us in the mood to think about some of the important pieces of that, like families and social behaviors, and how good families create good social behavior and interaction, and they can really help feed into a better lifestyle. And how fractured families are becoming almost romanticized,
Glorified,
very romanticized and glorified by like modern culture, like as if it's cooler or better to have a fractured family, when it's obviously more painful, but there's something romantic about that pain in a way, like, which is toxic. I think we see in movies and television all the time, and in songs too, like so much fractured family in the American culture, and it's creating a toxic environment.
I don't think people can say that it's not an issue, because you can clearly see it is. Because even beyond like blood relation, people want to form families so bad because they know how important that is. Whether it's like friend groups or people you're around, a long time, study groups, anything, like people want to have that family relationship where people are looking out for one another, providing each other support, and being there for each other when they need it the most. So I think to try to argue or to see that the family unit is not being attacked, or it's not very important, or it doesn't matter, or anything like that, I don't think you can say that, because people need it and people search for it so hard.
I think we all innately want to have that, and it's something that we're not encouraging, at least in American culture, like we should be.
Gooberhead will walk through the frame and distract me.
Are we still filming? Did we ever start?
I hope so.
Ooh, let's talk about coffee.
Coffee, baby.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Okay, I'm becoming slowly more and more of a tea person as well.
Really?
I really
Agree.
like good tea now.
Tea's
Tea's
probably
good.
It's probably good, yeah. But I just prefer coffee. Like if I had the choice.
How can you make a face at tea and not even know if it's good or not? Like,
I do know if it's good. It has its moments, but if I had the choice between coffee and tea, I'm choosing coffee every single day.
You don't even
single day.
drink coffee though. You drink milk with a dash of coffee. That's
I
not
still
even the
drink
same
coffee.
thing.
I drink a variety of coffees. Sometimes I enjoy
That doesn't count.
dark roasted coffee with nothing added. Sometimes I like, some cream and sugar. Sometimes I like milk in my coffee. Sometimes, it just varies. Chai latte, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Everything
I mean, I
was good.
appreciate coffee, but
I would choose coffee over tea.
sometimes it's just a really heavy way to start the day.
I don't
and
feel
it-
like
it-
it. Maybe it's just the way you process coffee.
No, I mean, like, even the taste. It's such a bold taste. Like, when you're starting your day, sometimes it's not a vibe.
It's a good wake up call.
No,
Yeah.
not all the time.
Yeah.
I like to drink it socially. That's my favorite way to drink coffee, but not just like by myself.
I would drink coffee by myself.
I mean, I guess I would, but I'd rather have tea.
I don't know. Tea's like, if I'm trying to kind of relax and just
But tea has
be in a
caffeine.
chilling. Yeah, it does have caffeine, but not as much as coffee. And coffee's not viewed that way. Coffee's viewed like, I'm about to do something, or starting my morning, or I'm about to talk to a group of people. But tea's like, I feel like it has more of a view where you're just relaxing, you're just chilling, enjoying the vibe.
That
Which
sounds
probably has its-
great.
Yeah, it probably has its
That's
moments.
amazing.
But you can do that with coffee as well.
Yeah, except coffee's so like.
It's just so it can
strong.
be so many.
I mean, I
different
do love coffee, but
Maybe that's why sometimes I prefer, milk and sugar in my coffee because it lightens the boldness.
because you
a little.
really want tea deep down. That's what it
No,
is.
that's not what tea is. Tea is leaves. Like it's not the same. It's not sweet. It just tastes
Yeah,
like water,
but it's
a
not
little bit.
as like aggressive as coffee.
Oh yeah, definitely not as aggressive.
Well, sometimes I don't want an aggressive drink.
Sometimes I do. And
feel
if I
like
don't
you
want it to be
always
aggressive,
want an aggressive
if
drink.
I don't want an aggressive drink, I'll just drink a little sugar and milk in there, and it turns into a sweet beverage. Coffee is the best. I think everyone can agree. Coffee is the best.
Coffee is definitely good. I don't know about that.
People build so many things off coffee. Like
What are you talking about? Nothing has ever been built with coffee.
everything's made by coffee.
Okay,
No, but
I
I'm saying
won't
there's so many-
argue that
there's so many
caffeine has
raw-
definitely shaped the world.
There's like so many, like some countries depend on their coffee alone, like their coffee production.
There's a lot of wind right now.
That's how big coffee is. Like countries, if they didn't have coffee beans, they would be bankrupt. It's very true.
Yeah, I will say it's a massive export. It's very popularized, and that
Because it's good.
caffeine has shaped the world. I'm not even going to argue that. I'm just saying,
But there's so many
in
different.
my little
there's
tiny
so many,
life,
There's so many forms of caffeine.
sometimes
and
I
coffee
prefer
is the best
tea.
one.
No.
Yes,
that is
it
not
is.
even true.
What other way do people consume caffeine as much as
Energy
coffee?
drinks?
But as much as coffee. No one
Energy
wakes up in the
drinks?
morning and like pounds a Monster. No one drinks a Red Bull. No one goes out and socializes with a Red Bull in their hand, chilling with people who also.
I
have
think
Red
it's
Bulls.
becoming popularized because of like gym culture and how fitness culture is like
Yeah, but that's-
becoming very mainstream in America. So now energy drinks are becoming mainstream,
They've always been mainstream.
and they're not as aggressive as coffee.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
Okay.
In a
but
professional
if
setting,
you were about
in a
to go
professional
work out,
setting, you can drink coffee.
but if
But
you were
in a professional setting, no one's gonna gather around and like, hey guys, I saw Red Bulls and Monsters, so you can just have a
Maybe.
meeting now.
no.
No, that's cocaine.
Oh boy.